Oh, we're off one. Uh-oh. Never mind. Pump is not timed. Uh-oh. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna make this thing run today. I sure hope so. I got this O-ring set because I could not figure out what size these O-rings were. Well, without measuring them. I guess I could have measured them. I got this O-ring set. I was hoping one of them would line up to these O-rings. So this came out of the one motor, and it actually is pretty good. That one's the one that came out of the other motor, which is junk. And well, clearly it's junk. It's in two pieces. So those came out. This one came out of this, and that was in working order. I guess I should have measured it some more, but it's hard to tell what sizes they were. So I got sizes in here, and the one I came up with was one of these. It's close, but it's not as thick. Like, it fits very nicely in the hole, but the thickness is what gets me. So that's a 7.6 by 2.4 millimeter. This came from Granger's, which is sweet because I've never had a metric set of O-rings and some wild sizes. So that's really not going to work. Gonna have to use this one. If you know from previous video, I have the gasket. I have the wrong seal around it, which is annoying. I'm not worried. That's gonna be okay. And this is back ordered. And they have no arrival date expected. So that's coming from Mercedes. Well, yeah, it is what it is at that point. So we're gonna have to reuse this one. We will put a little silicone around stuff. Just to make sure it seals up, and then we'll go from there. So all right, let's dive into it. Let's get this thing happy. Okay, don't mind the tire going flat, I know that, or my mess of tools over here. So I got it all vacuumed up. I got it cleaned out in there. I actually did pump air through the oil input to make sure it actually comes out. First it didn't. I wonder if I had something plugged up. But then it bubbled. That's why there's oil back in there. So, which isn't the worst thing. We'll clean it up. So yeah, vacuumed it up, got it all ready to rock and roll. Clean that one up. I just gotta get the right bolts for everything. That's what we need to do. Not reusing that bolt that we took out. That was a disaster. So where is it here? Yeah, that's the one we took out if you're new to the channel. Oh. Ooh, they are different lengths. Okay, okay. Yeah, so this one goes with that one. And they got those washers that are like that. Ooh, previous person did not understand what this is. Yep. Somebody did write that I forget what factory they worked in, but they used to go through paint cans of this, which is pretty impressive. Alrighty. Let me, I'm gonna need two hands here, but we'll get it in. I got a pipe holding it right now. That was my big thing there. We got an O-ring in there. We got a little bit of silicone to hold it, make sure it's in place. This timing, the pump actually is timed. So it's timed still. Somebody did say, oh, you're gonna lose that. Nope, we're still good there. I got the bolts cleaned up out of the other pump. So we're good there. I got a little bit of silicone there. A little silicone down and around the edge. And I'm using silicone just as a precaution. So I still have faith in the seals, but you know. Yeah. Can never be too sure. I don't want to do this again, so I wish I had the proper O-ring in, but I have very little faith that I'm going to get it in time to do anything at the rate we're going. And I'm sure, yeah, find it locally, do something, blah, blah, blah. How much time am I going to put into it to just have it fight me some more? That's what I was thinking. Alrighty. Take this pipe out of here. This thing's heavy for the angle it's at. Oh, that pipe's in my way now. That's still timed. That's all lined up. Whew. See, you think the O-ring's still there? I friggin' hope so. I really hope so. Alrighty. Oh, that one's actually pretty clean. So, silicone cures in an hour, fully hardens in 24 hours. So we're fine there. Never sees. Never did the person before me know what never sees was. Okay, 3 of the bolts are all shorter, and then one long one. One long one goes up in the front on the driver's side, I guess, left-hand side. And it goes down further, that's why it's long. I was trying to figure out, I was like, why do I get different size bolts here? But now we're going. So they're all in. The pump is still, yep, the pump is still timed. I hope. Oh, we're off one. Uh-oh. Never mind. Pump is not timed. Uh-oh. The motor hasn't turned over, so the pump is off one tooth. Okay. Let's go back. Thanks for you guys reminding me. Okay, that is tightened down now. We're all good there. As you can see right here, I think you might be able to see that lines up. There you go. So there's a tick mark right there on each side, and it's lined up. So we are back to being on time. When I say we're on time, that injection pump is timed with the motor so that it fires each cylinder when it needs to. So let me pick up all my stuff here. And we'll keep moving through getting it together. So we got to put the intake back on this side. Really not that much stuff. Intake cover. It just took forever to get some of this stuff apart. That's why it's literally taken me 6 days from start to finish to this point. Well, to this point so far. Granted, better answer that. Dylan Clark calling. I ordered 3 things for this motor. 2 things came in, 1 thing was right, 1 thing was wrong, and the 3rd thing is on back order. The only thing that we have that's actually useful is the gasket for this top. So this sits over the injection pump housing, or injection pump. It sits like this, and it's just a cover. You can see all the gears down below it and everything else like that. So new gasket for that, supposedly. I guess I got to do a little thinking of how this goes. Oh, this one goes here, I'd say. Which way does it go? This one goes like this. Yep. So, it'll be good we have this. I wish we had a new O-ring for that. But as I said, couldn't get the right size. And, I think we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay with that as long as it sat in there. I did have to pull it back up because we needed to retime it. Now it is timed well. And this is going to go on. Yeah. I mean, the reason why we're doing this is because that O-ring leaks. So if you haven't watched that videos or the videos of us chopping previously, after we did the knives, go back, watch that. Let's throw this in there. So yeah, just throw it in and it'll go on by itself. That'd be cool. Okay. Yep, sits down there. Fuel line goes over the top. This goes over there. Oop. Don't hit nothing because then it falls out. It's still in everywhere. Yeah. There we go. Pump is situated in. Rehooked everything up. New cotter pins, washers. So that all goes back to that mechanism there. And then that goes across and goes up to here. And that is what actually drives, or what actually changes it. So it goes up to there, comes down. It's just a mechanical linkage of either full throttle, start position, which is an idle, or off. And then it just gets moved by this. So we're good there. Now I can get this manifold side on. So this little coupler here slides back and forth. That goes right into the turbo on this side. This is true twin turboed. So each side's run off, each manifold. It does have the Y that goes across from that point there to, well, it's over here on this. But yeah, gaskets are still good. Nothing too crazy there. It's not like we're building a ton of boost anyways. So let me slide this down and around, not get any trash in anything. Pop that up and over. Okay. All right, all right, all right. That slides together, which there's just a little bit of a gap, and then we got all our long bolts that go through there. I think I took them all out on the other side actually, because I could reach across. So, oh no, maybe, I don't remember. I think they're all the same length. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Put your far right one in, and then put your far left one in. And that way you know everything's lined up right. Otherwise you might fight some stuff along the way. Ooh. That gasket might have moved. It did. This isn't my first time doing this, so surprisingly, I had to do some head gaskets on that previous motor. That failed me. The other ones didn't move, it was just this one. There we go. That one started. Make sure they all start and all the gaskets are in the right spots. Otherwise it gets very challenging. It's nice when the gaskets stay stuck to the heads. There you have it. Just gotta snug those up. Put that cross piece back on, fuel lines. I'm gonna leave the return line of the pump off so we can make sure that we do have oil coming out when we first crank it over. And then we gotta do turbo lines. I forgot about those almost. I had to do a little bit of work over in the barn. So, flip the lights on. Yeah, Adam, I appreciate it still. But I'm probably gonna call it a night now. It's almost 9. And we got it back together. It's one full piece. Got to do some lines, got to check some things, and then we'll fire it up. So appreciate you guys watching along. At least we got that in there. I guess next video you're gonna have to stay tuned for, and we'll get it fired up, get it cleaned up, charge the AC, and have it good to go. So appreciate you guys, and see you on the next one. Have a good one.